The role of businesses in today's society are no longer about providing jobs or adding to the economy. Their roles and duties are growing more complex and are becoming ever important to consumers. The following video will cover such topics like corporate social responsibility, stakeholders and globalisation.
Corporate social responsibility is when businesses take an interest in the environment and how their actions affect society. Many believe it involves issues such as pollution or global warming, but it can also refer to employee training, charity work, and many others. For example, Microsoft are well known for their efforts in trying to help society. They are proud to discuss the diversity of their workforce and often ask for feedback on their social responsibility practices. They have also established a programme in Africa where their employees go out to work with new businesses and students in helping them build a brighter future. Social responsibility undeniably helps the environment but also creates good publicity for the organisation, which in turn will attract consumers and increase sales. This increase in sales can also lead to growth. Some organisations may be genuine in their concern for the environment, but the advantages of being socially responsible are clear and will encourage them to take it into consideration.
Ideally, people will think that firms should act prudent to avoid unnecessarily high risks, such as speculation, panic buy, or sales. Even though crises occurred, we expect them to bounce back and learn from the mistakes. However, in a globalized, interconnected world, one firm's action may affect the entire trend, making risk even harder to be predicted. We may seemingly find out the crux of the matter and tell ourselves that we understand the causes of it, but in fact, the world is incomprehensible much of the time. Business world is evolving and never stops. Business, same as us, are also learners, trying their best to face the challenges ahead.
Business ethics is now more prominent than it ever was before. With the public's growing interest in their communities, organisations will feel pressure to act not just for themselves, but for others around them. There are 4 types of business ethics: relativism, egoism, utilitarianism, and deontologism. For behaviour to be deemed ethical, it must be beneficial to all other parties and not just the organisation. It is where an organisation goes beyond increasing profits and shows an interest in their employees, clients, or the surrounding environment.
Stakeholders are people who have an interest in a company. Stakeholders of a company are likely to be affected by the influences and the activities of the organisation. There are 2 types of stakeholder: internal and external. Internal stakeholders include employees, managers, shareholders, and board members, and external stakeholders include customers, suppliers, competitors, media, and government bodies. Different groups of stakeholders will either share or conflict with their interests of the business, depending on their point of view. For example, board members want to maximise profits, so will want low employee wages, for example at minimum wage. However, employees who are also stakeholders within the business will want wages above minimum wage. This causes a problem for the business, but having higher wages often makes the job more attractive to more skilled workers.
Globalisation is the process by which businesses and organisations develop an international influence or begin operating on an international scale. Globalisation became prominent in the 20th and 21st centuries, and since has become an integral part of the role of business in society. Globalisation has also helped to change the role of business in society, and now makes it easier for people around the world to connect with one another. Globalisation allows for freer trade, and has increased the role that businesses play in society as their reach is now global.
Negotiations are part of our everyday lives, both socially and in business. Negotiation is a discussion between parties which aims to reach an agreement or compromise. Usually, to reach an agreement, though, the parties involved must be prepared to compromise, as it is unlikely that they will get exactly what they want. Negotiation is essential in business as the result is usually one that suits the best interest of both parties. Within business situations, negotiations can help to improve the image of the organisation as it demonstrates that they are willing to listen to what other parties have in mind, and overall can help the business gain respect as they may be an imposing figure of authority when it comes to discussions. Overall, negotiation is a vital skill within the business environment as it enables parties to enhance their chances of achieving their desired aim within a discussion.
As the video highlighted, businesses have diverse and complex roles within society.
It's not simply about making profits or providing jobs anymore. It's much more involved than that. It's ensuring ethical work practices, operating in a socially responsible manner, and meeting the needs of all stakeholders. Thanks for listening.